Hi, Sam Tober, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're doing a continuing video from which one we put up showing some of the Hammond organ right-hand chords that I was doing on a previous video, and I feel to share some more content because we did get some questions about Hammond organ playing. So we've brought up once again our virtual Hammond organ. This is the virtual one, so you can see how it's set up. We got our basic setup here. I want to work from here just for a little bit to give you an idea of the different tones that you can create. Now this is, I consider, my mimicking an actual piano piano range, middle C, and all the notes that can be in that same range. So if I were to switch to my workstation, as you can see, middle C here for the organ is also middle C. So this gives me a nice place to work with chords. Right in the middle of your actual keyboard. Of course, foot pedals. And it's the same concept. Again, those are the chords in which I teach from my own walk-up. Of course, the Nashville numbers are, but you can also work in this range. Nashville chord, additional chords on top. Now, how would you want to start in your development doing chords on a Hammond organ? You want to start off with the basic chords first. There we go. And then invert them. So now you have this. Same chord. Let me change my setting. Same chord name, just an inversion. Inverted. And inverted even more. And what you're hearing is all the different tones that the same chord can give you once you have them inverted. So if you want to work with that tone, take a diminishing there. Let me get that right. Get that bass right. That Brooklyn sound you hear. See how easy all that now drops in their place. And all that comes from what you hear in all these chords. Now again, I talked about the actual Brooklyn sound. That has been developed over the years. Back in my time, that's when that Brooklyn sound was becoming prevalent. Well, a lot of minor chords, minor sixes, see. There it is. Whether you're holding just one note, that G, and you're just working around the scale. Of course, the Leslie comes in there. If you want to do the Brooklyn sound, you're going to do majors, minor sixes, I got to take the bass out. There's your minor six in octaves. Just a little tension before you resolve out of it. And the walk up. Let me see. There it is. And that is the Brooklyn sound. Major, minor sixes, and some diminished in there. Diminished, minor sixes, more minor sixes, major, there it is. On your left hand, and there it is. High on the right hand, to the Brooklyn sound. And you can't really look at the keys on your left hand because you got to already know how to do this. There it is. There it is. For the Brooklyn sound. And you see, I'm just working with, let me just change that look, give it a better view. Right there. Working with these drawbars to get this sound. Now I can adjust this down, take out some of the highs. Leslie. You want those highs back, just ever so slightly bring it up. You hear that change till you're comfortable with it. I'm sorry, you're not seeing those chords that I'm doing right there. Oops, that's for another class. Now I know I'm going to this chord. A lot of elements of the jazz sound, and the organ is a jazz instrument. And that's the quiet end. If I were to bring it back up to what we call the church end, that's the church end. Preacher chords. And the Brooklyn sound is also in there. Minus, minor, I haven't done the Brooklyn wow, Brooklyn style in years. And the Brooklyn style is about a lot of foot movement. There it is. Enough of that. Brooklyn style, you almost have to live in it to really grasp where it's going, because it's always going to go the same path. G. Let's go back to here. So I was going to show you again some more chords for those who are transitioning to the Hammond organ. Again, you want to know chromatically all of your notes, because in those notes is where you're going to pick and choose which chords. Now your bass chords are always going to be these. Then you're going to invert them and invert them again. And then you begin to pick and choose. This chord is going to go here, so that you can now go up here. Now that sounds kind of high, but if you want to get that Twinkie Clark sound, that's what you're going to need to have your drawbar set. And notice that's just a bass chord. There it is. Keep adding to it. The Brooklyn sound. So you got a starting point. Then you begin to add more chords, not only on the top end, but on the lower end, because your last note and your lowest note will be your foot pedal on the organ, which frees up both hands. So you don't have to be down here playing bass. Now, if you practice a lot of chords, you can work without the left hand doing chords. But I like using both hands when I have a bass on the bottom and bass on the bottom. All these chords, I want you to see how I'm forming them and how both hands are in use. If I want to do this, I could, but I like doing this so that I can have movement. chord there. There it is. I have to hit the chord in my head first so I can drop. And now you see I'm doing a lot of this in the key of C. This is purposely done so that you can see that so many chord changes are available to you in the key of C. Minor changes, 6 changes, the 13th chords, the 13th on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They call it C major add 2. I'm trying to get the chord names. But when you're playing all these chords, especially on the organ, you can hold that chord in your left hand. Now look at your right hand. And then resolve. Grace notes. I'm really an organist. I moonlight on the piano, but I'm really an organ player. Where's the love? Trying to hear the notes in my head. All this is going on in my head. Every bass note, every chord, I'm hearing it in my head first. But there we go. So I hope that I'm sharing some tips and techniques so that the organ does not seem to be a very mysterious instrument to play. I just want to change up to, or change back to, take that off, to the organ mode. I'm using the upper manual because that's the only one that I can show with just one keyboard. But as you can see, the chords there, and the Leslie coming on. I'm hearing cool jerk. I haven't done that in a while. Again, that sort of just popped in my head. Songs that you could do in the key of C, and really every song can be done in the key of C. You're not limited to, muscle memory really helps to build your, we could use the term dexterity, the ability for your hands to be able to, put that in the picture, to actually form chords before you get there. back over to this mode. Let's see what other chord. Now, staying in the key of C again purposely because I really want you to get comfortable within the range of this range. Because technically on the organ, this is the range you have. 61 keys, I believe, is the range you have on an organ. So you're going to be working a lot here in the middle. As a church organist, now I didn't turn on the actual percussion sounds because you really need to have two manuals to really be effective with that. But I'll turn it on just a bit so you can hear the percussion sound. Now you get that pop. Not really a jazz organist. I do dabble in it, you might say, but church organist was like where I cut my teeth. I lift my hands in total. And yes, my hands do move that fast. On a weighted keyboard. So I want you to get as comfortable with your transition to the organ as possible. Learn all your chromatic scales. Learn the alternate, what we call, and I did that, the cycle of fours. D, E, A, D, G, C. Because you're going to find a lot of your movement is going to come from that. And right back to the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And going backward is always harder. Back down 5. No, to G to the C, to the D, to the E, to the A. No, already I messed up. C, to the G, to the D. Now I gotta think this one through. I usually don't go back. A, D, B, G flat, C sharp, G, C sharp, A flat, to E flat. E flat goes down to B flat down to F, and F down to C. Nobody really goes backwards. So I've just given my mind, looking at the keys, an exercise in, gee, what if I wanted to go backwards? I don't like it. I'd rather go forward. And then run up there. What else can I share with you in the key of C in the organ mode? Let's do some drawbar setting changes. I have some preset already. This is a very stoic sound that you can just practice with. The highs are not there. It doesn't have to have all those minor 6 chords in there either. Let's show you my keyboard because I'm not showing you what I'm doing. So get this right. There it is. Spirit descend. Descend. Change. Change. Walk up. Minor. 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 Major 7ths in G and finish off. All right, that should give you, let's change my setting here, give you enough to really work with, getting you in that comfortable transition. We didn't do the shouting chords in a sense, but we did cover some of those chords, what they would sound like. If you like these videos, especially for those who are transitioning from the organ, transitioning, I should say, to the organ from keyboard or piano, it's easy for me to create using this format. Again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with all your friends, and leave your comments. They help to push me up in the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again, Sam Tobit's Sound of Joy Music Services. See you in the next video.